on Date These Guys with Naomi and
I'm not Joel.
Welcome back. Obviously we have my boyfriend here. Doesn't sound like Joel at all.
If I do, that's worrisome.
We're a little off. We're a little off schedule today, so Joel was not feeling well, so Len and I decided to step up and do a podcast episode with just us, because obviously he did one with Lauren and cheated on me.
Yeah.
So
fucking whore.
Also, we are not actually tasting a drink today from Trader Joe's. We're tasting their pizza because we're hungry, and I also poorly planned this and did not pick up a drink. So that's actually the sound of me putting pepper flakes on my pizza.
I was about to narrate it if you weren't going to.
We have our water. I'll wait for you.
You wait for me?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay. It hits every single time.
It's a pizza.
It's a pizza.
It's the third slice of pizza I've had today.
No, this is like the only pizza that I will eat. Like from, like, you know, you get like really shitty like Red Baron pizza.
Oh yeah, because you're getting Red Baron pizza. DiGiorno, baby.
No, it's the sauce for me. It's like too sweet, and they make it too sweet every single time. That's my issue with pizza sauces.
It's a weird issue to have with pizza sauce.
I don't know why people are still here even after all of the shit that we just talked about. But anyways,
pizza and me sounding nothing like your brother? Yeah.
No. The fact that we haven't even started the episode yet. And we're 2 minutes in.
2 minutes.
So today we will be talking about... Am I the asshole? If you keep messing with that, I'll throw that at you. I sound so abusive.
A little bit.
So today we're going to be talking about the Reddit tag, am I the asshole? Some people, I was actually looking through this like tag yesterday, and it was like
Thread.
Everybody thinks that this is like the worst tag on Reddit.
The worst thread in Reddit?
It's the thread. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm so used to saying tag because of Instagram.
Yeah, no, it's the worst thread. Yeah, am I the assholes can be pretty fucking bad.
They can be bad, but also I heard that some bots just like come up with.
Yeah. But they're funny.
Yeah.
But
No. Yeah. I picked up like 9 or 10
that
I think.
Fuck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you and I talk about things really quickly. We just like banter back and forth. So I was like, okay, we'll like talk.
Yeah,
about
we got
this.
this.
Yeah.
We got
and
this.
Like if we go over, it's fine. You know what I mean? Okay.
We
so
don't have to. Is there a time limit?
we usually go about an hour. Yeah. So do you just want to get into this?
Fuck it.
Okay, yeah, okay, so I'll read them. I have not blind reacted to these. I was just looking for the tagline: wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, or pregnant.
Oh, so you don't even know what these are.
I don't know what these are.
Oh, so we're both going this blind.
We're just going
I did
blind.
not pick any of these.
He has not read any of them.
She-
I have not read any of them. We're just we're jumping right in. Okay. So I didn't even leave the title in because I felt like sometimes Am I the Asshole posts give away what the issue is in the title.
That's fair.
So I'm just going to give you these issues.
Okay. Hit me.
So, this happened during this weekend. Me being in my early 30s and my girlfriend in her late 20s, I was invited to a wedding ceremony of a colleague and could bring someone with me. I asked my girlfriend that I'd been dating for a year if she would like to join me, and she was really happy because apparently she loves weddings. Since we don't live together, I drove to pick her up so we'd have some time to spare before the ceremony. As she comes out, she looked really beautiful and has obviously put in time to fix her hair and makeup. She's also wearing an off-white dress that was rather ornate. As she got in, I told her that she looked stunning, but I asked if she could change to a different colored dress for the ceremony. I'm not one for etiquette by far, but one of the few things I've heard everywhere is that you should not wear a white dress to a wedding unless you're the bride. She became pretty upset and wanted to know what was wrong with her dress. I said that it would be inappropriate to wear white or off-white dress unless you're the bride, and that it's not that it's like wedding law or something, trying to be lighthearted about it. She rolled her eyes and said that it was an outdated tradition about women and virginity, and that when her friends got married, everyone wore white and that it wasn't a big deal anymore. I told her I didn't know what the dress code is for the ceremony, but since it's not saying all white clothes, I still thought she would change into another color I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
I still thought she would change to another color, but white or off-white. This is also awful grammar, so I'm trying to parse through this and make sense of these sentences without, Anyways. Back to what I was saying. I still thought she would change to another color or white or almost off-white because my colleague was getting married, but we had no idea how she felt about it. My girlfriend became really upset and told me that I was trying to control what she was wearing and that I was abusive, which honestly made me really upset and hurt. I said something along the lines of, fuck, well, you shouldn't go to a wedding with an abuser then, and then told her to fuck off and get out of my car. She began to cry and wanted to apologize and give me a hug, but I just told her to get out, and which she did. I drove off and she called and texted a bunch. I answered, I don't want to talk right now, and then turned my phone off and attended the ceremony. The bride was the only one that was wearing white, so I feel as if my gut was as if my gut feeling was the right one. When I got home, my phone had blown up from texts from her and her best friend saying that I was being inconsiderate and controlling and should apologize for my behavior. I vented to a few friends, most of them agreeing with me, but some have said that it was an asshole thing for her to tell her that she could not wear her dress because it had nothing to do with me. I feel as if I was in the right because it was my colleague's wedding and it was better to say safe than sorry, but I'm not sure if I was being an asshole for the situation. So Reddit, am I the asshole? Initial reactions, go.
No. I mean, I feel like they could have definitely handled the situation better, but I feel like you don't wear white to a wedding. I feel like that's just kind of common sense unless it's said in the dress code. Mm-hmm. That's just at least my personal feeling on it.
Okay, I agree with that. He didn't mention this. He didn't give like a time frame for how like when he knew about the wedding. You know how you get an invitation in the mail?
Yeah.
And it's like, save the date or something, and it's like a year in advance. Well, I personally haven't been invited to a wedding as like a last minute guest. So like if somebody wasn't invited, I'm like the backup plan or something. And this has happened like once. So it could be entirely possible that he was invited last minute and she just popped on a dress and, was out the door. My feelings are the same as yours. You should never wear white at a wedding unless you're the bride. It's very bridey to wear white to a wedding, and I don't like it. If there's a theme that says wear white, wear white. There's a theme that says wear black, wear black. Follow the dress code.
Yeah.
Since there wasn't a dress code, I understand her point of view. I don't like the way he went about I understand, okay, her calling him abusive, but that triggered something in that, so that's a little weird. It's a little off. That triggered something in him that big for him to be like, well, don't go to a wedding with an asshole, you know what I mean? Or like an abuser. Like, that was weird.
Is he bald? Wait, does it say?
We don't, am I the asshole post or like,
does it say he's bald?
By the way, I am bald.
Does he have a beard in your podcast?
By the way, I'm balding and I have a beard and my podcast is at something super misogynistic.
Yeah, I feel like they could have handled that a lot better, but I think he's not completely the asshole for not wanting a person that he's bringing to wear white to a wedding that he doesn't really know much about. Like, it's just a colleague. Like, it'd be different if it was like his best friend where he can like send a text and ask, but if it's just a work colleague, wouldn't do that, and it's not said anywhere. Yeah. So I think he was in the wrong for the way he acted. Yeah. But I don't think where it stemmed from was the issue.
This might sound weird, but me being a woman, I have many dresses in my closet. I'm not a big dress wearing person, but I have dresses in my closet. 7. Okay. And everybody's gonna think you're like super into like clothes and stuff now. So
I just think you're hot.
Okay. And so like I have a variety of dresses. And they're not all formal, but I could wear some of them to a wedding. So like why couldn't she just go back inside and change her dress?
Yeah, that wasn't even like a given option.
No, he said, can you go inside and change your color
No, I
dress?
know, but like...
But she just automatically pointed to, you're trying to control me.
Yeah, I don't...
It would be one thing if he was like, oh...
That dress is too...
Yeah, it's too short, it's too slutty, cover your shoulders, cover your stomach, blah, blah, blah.
Put your tits away.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a whole thing, but like she's just like...
It's the color
that was the issue.
Of the dress.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't think he's the asshole. Yeah,
the way he went about it, I think we both agree, the way he went about it was weird.
Yeah. Was messed up.
Okay. This one was a pregnancy one.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so About 3 weeks ago, my wife, 33, went into premature labor with our daughter at 31 weeks. It was entirely unexpected, and both my wife and our daughter had a horrible time, and it became quite dangerous for both of them. My wife became preeclamptic, among other serious complications, and for the first week, we weren't even sure if either my wife or my daughter would make it. Luckily, they both survived, but our daughter was still in the NICU. After 3 weeks, and probably what will be another 3 weeks, my wife is still in the hospital. My wife is still in the hospital as well. It's been a horrible struggle for my wife. Before this, she was a very healthy and active person, and even during most of her pregnancy, she was able to maintain a somewhat active lifestyle, but because of the trauma her body went through, she's basically starting back from square one and hasn't been able to hold her daughter yet. My wife has had a lot of struggles so far with her birth trauma and feels so confused and hurt by her experience. She told me that she feels betrayed by her own body, and even in some of her weakest moments, she even said she regretted getting pregnant entirely because of how much she has suffered, and she is so worried she'll never be the person she was again. She feels horrible for having these feelings, but I and multiple mental health professionals have been working to help and support her through this. We finally have reached a point where we can receive visitors. Her family lives close by, but my family lives 3 states away and have been awaiting the chance to meet the baby and check in on my wife. My parents and grandparents flew down, and I warned my parents beforehand that my wife and daughter are still very fragile, are at very fragile stages, and they should be patient. But when I brought them in to see my wife, my grandmother immediately went and talked to her about the birth and her experience. My wife told her that it was one of the worst experiences of her life, and my grandmother responded by telling her the worst is yet to come, and that struggling is what being a mother is all about. My wife got very upset over this comment and started screaming at her and told her to fuck off and get the fuck out. I had never seen my wife like this, and I could tell she was feeling extremely stressed, and I quickly escorted my family out. I told them that it would be best if they left for now and we could talk later, and as to not cause even more stress on my wife. My father said that they were appalled by my wife's behavior and me for not defending my grandmother. But at the end of the day, I feel like this is my responsibility to be my wife's advocate at all of the time, but especially now. It has become a bit of a tension in my extended side of the family, however, but I haven't told my wife about it because I don't want to stress her out, and I plan to deal with this alone entirely. Should I apologize on my wife's behalf? If I am the asshole, I'll own up to it, but I don't see my wife as the asshole at all.
Before I answer any of these questions...
Yeah. Is he bald? Does he have a beard?
No.
I guess.
What is a normal gestation period?
40 weeks.
40? Mm-hmm. Okay. And preeclamptic, do you know what that is? Because I think I have a feeling, because I think my mom went through that with Abby.
Okay, so just for reference, Abby is his younger sister, the middle child. He's the oldest.
Yes, so
There's another one in there too.
Abby's my little sister.
No, we won't even talk about the littlest because she's underage.
Yes, we won't talk about the baby. But
baby.
one of my little sisters, Abby, when she was born, my mother went through, I think it's preeclamptic. I'm not 100%.
Preeclampsia. It's a pregnancy complication characterized by high blood pressure and signs of damage in other organ systems, most often in the liver and kidneys. So it's usually you're diagnosed. My understanding is you're diagnosed with it before you give birth.
My mom went through something different then.
Okay.
But I feel like it could apply in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't know that much about childbirth.
Okay.
I feel like I know more than the average man, but again, that's nothing compared to everyone else.
Own up to it, baby!
That's nothing compared to everyone else.
Yeah.
But from the story my mom gave, when she gave birth to my little sister, she pretty much died on the table for all sake. She ran out of blood. They had to give her like 6 bags of blood because she was bleeding out and everything. It was something to do with her placenta not detaching and then not clamping the blood vessels connecting it to her uterus.
Okay.
And so
that's not preeclampsia.
Clamp. That's where my head went. Clamping.
Clampia.
But she almost died on the table, and it was a really big stressor. My mom went through a lot of the same feelings this woman went through. Was like, that was awful. Like, I regret that. Like,
and then she went on to have another one. Women, am I right?
3 years later. So, like, she had plenty of time to, get used to that. But 100% this dude's not the asshole.
Yeah.
Fuck them parents.
See, the thing is that it'd be one thing if he was just the baby daddy and they had no other association. But I feel like when you get married to someone, even when you're in a relationship with them, you should stand up for them. Yeah. Even if it is your parents. It depends, obviously, on the subject.
Yeah, but this...
Like, I think that it'd be, like, a totally different situation. If I was being an a-hole to your mom, you have every right to be like... Get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah, 100%.
Because, like, it's obvious. Okay.
It's my mom.
It's different family situations. Yeah. We don't know the family situation that he has with his family. We don't know. But he went in and he was like, please be fragile. She's in a very bad... I don't know if he was saying, like...
He was basically saying, like, hey, just watch out. They're both in a really fragile state.
He didn't say if he mentioned whether they're, like... what about her mental state.
But fragile is a good enough word to use, I would say.
Fragile is an overall good term to use. Yeah. So the thing is that, like, it was shitty of the grandma to go in and be like, and not support her right away. Yeah. And say, like, oh, well, you did so good. Like, you had a kid. Like, it's such a blessing. Like,
the kid's fine.
Give her encouragement. Yeah, like, oh, she's so beautiful. Like,
yeah, a whole bunch of other shit she could say, but the worst is yet to come, bitch. No, you don't fucking say that to a new mom. Even if she's not went through an issue and complications and shit. I wouldn't even say, like, if you just had a kid and everything was fine, you still don't go, the worst is yet to come, bitch. You don't say that.
The thing is that, like, I am a nanny. So, like, I see all these different types of parents. I see all different types of parenting styles, old parents, young parents. Like, I see everything. And I would say I've only met, like, 2 people that definitely should not be parents. I've only met 2, and I've worked with a lot of families. So that's saying something. Actually, one of them I worked with yesterday, so...
But yeah, no, 100%, he's not the asshole. He does not have to apologize on his wife's behalf. He needs to ask them to apologize to his wife.
No, but what I'm saying is, the whole point of what I was trying to say, the nanny thing, is that, like, when you see all these different types of families, you see, like, what is good and bad parenting. And in this case, he was advocating for his family. Yeah. When you get married, your family is no longer... Your first priority is no longer your immediate
flesh
family.
And blood. No.
Your sisters, your brothers, your mother and sister... Your mother and sister. I'm forgetting about fathers in there.
It's fine. Some of them don't matter.
But... No, like, I definitely would think that, like, you would want to advocate more for the person that's in the hospital bed than you want to advocate for your grandmother. It'd be totally different if she was, like, yelling at her from a hospital bed to another hospital bed that your grandma was also in. That'd be a totally different situation.
But no, in this situation,
he's definitely not the asshole.
Yeah, definitely not. He does not need to apologize on his wife's behalf.
Yeah, it's obviously, like, I've heard so many, like, issues recently about women that are moving away from hospital births. Like, women who are not high risk. Obviously, this woman has to give birth in a hospital because she was preeclamptic. But that is considered a high risk pregnancy. Yeah. So, like, I've been hearing about women that are moving away from hospital birthing because of all the traumatic experiences that they've had. Because mother's intuition... I don't know if you knew this, but women have been giving birth for all of time.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, like,
I thought we just... what about the storks?
But, like, I would think... Like, I've been hearing all these women, they're like, oh, well, I had a feeling that my baby was coming sooner than the nurse said that she was coming. And then she just dropped out of me, and the nurse didn't believe me that my baby was on the table. And I was like, I'm sorry, your baby was on the table, and you're telling me the nurse was like, you're still pregnant? Like...
you haven't even fully dilated yet.
Actually, the other day was really funny. I, like, had Len pull out his, like, Xbox controller, and I was like, do you understand how big 10 centimeters is? And, like, you hear 10 centimeters, and you're like, centimeters or centimeters. And I had him pull out his Xbox controller, and he was like, you're kidding me!
I've looked into vaginas before. That shit's nuts! Like, that's crazy. I've, like... Like, I don't even, like... I could say a lot more graphic shit, but, like... That's just insane. Like, whoever's there seeing a vagina, you get it. Like, that... It don't make... Like, it doesn't look possible. Like, you think until you have, like, a visual representation, it just not... doesn't seem possible. And even with a visual representation, it still doesn't seem possible. And it's fucking insane. Women are the shit, and I will forever say that.
You have to have little baby shoulders come out of you. So, like, the head is one thing, but the shoulders...
Shoulders are the widest part, yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta think about that. So, like, shoulders, obviously some, like, contort different ways, but they gotta get shoulder length big.
Fuck.
Okay, are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
My girlfriend and I went to a party with a bunch of her girlfriends. This is a guy speaking. This is a female-male relationship.
Okay.
Actually, this post made me think of you because I saw I didn't read it. I read the title and I thought of you. My girlfriend and I went to a party with a bunch of her girlfriends. I was the designated driver, so I wasn't drinking or anything at the party. Len can't drink legally, so he is usually he offers to be the designated driver.
I am still not of age until next month.
I got hungry around midnight and was craving McDonald's. I told my girlfriend, who was with all of her friends, that I was going to go get McDonald's and asked if she wanted any. She said no. I asked her friends if they wanted any. They said no. On my way out of the house, I popped my head in the kitchen and asked if anyone wanted McDonald's. One girl said yes and said she wanted a large fries. So I went to McDonald's and ate my order on the way home. That is, like, really impressive.
Yeah.
That he's able to, like, eat an entire order on the way home. Like,
well, it depends. We don't know what he got. Like, chicken nuggets, that's easy.
That's fair. So I went, when I got back to the party, I found the girl who won the fries and gave them to her. And then I went and found my girlfriend, who was still with her posse. That's weird that he uses posse. He must be in his 30s.
How old is his girlfriend?
You know that guy from, like, Love is Blind? I think his name was Matt? The one that married Danielle. Season 2. Nick. Sorry. He looks like Matt. I was just thinking about him today.
Does. He looks like a Nick.
He's like, what, 6 to 8 years older?
He doesn't look like a Nick Miller. He looks like a Nick.
Nick Miller.
But, no, he's like 8 years older.
Yeah, so he looks like he's the type of boyfriend that would say
that's 100%,
posse.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
that's
like,
the whole point of my story. My whole point of associating that. She asked me where the McDonald's was, and I said that I'd eaten on the way back. She said that was a weird thing to do and didn't believe that I actually went. So I called over the girl who ordered the fries to prove that I did go. My girlfriend got super pissed and said, so you don't bring your own girlfriend anything, but you give fries to a random bitch. All her friends are glaring at me and saying, ew, or douchebag. Oh, I hate women. Sorry, I'm a woman lover. I'm sorry. I pointed out that I had asked if she wanted anything and that she had said no. My girlfriend just said whatever and stormed off. I asked her friends if they thought that she was being hypocritical, and they said no. I asked them if they knew what hypocritical meant, and they didn't answer. I offered them $50 cash to tell me what hypocritical means, but none of them took the offer. I tracked down my girlfriend and tried to explain to her how she was being unreasonable and a bit hypocritical. But she kept insisting that I somehow was in the wrong. She stayed at her girlfriend's place that night and texted me the next day, yesterday morning, that she thinks we need to have a serious talk about our relationship and that my actions have put it in jeopardy. How do I explain to my girlfriend what transpired in a way that she will understand? How do I repair the relationship? Am I the asshole?
No.
So later he added, I asked my girlfriend if she wants McDonald's. Oh, no, never mind. Keep going.
No. What the fuck?
Okay, so there's so many parts of this, and I want to start with...
Where are we starting? Yeah.
We're starting with... He was so nice because he didn't only ask his girlfriend.
He asked all her friends.
He asked all of her friends and everybody at the party. That's so nice. Like, that's so nice. If somebody were to be like, do you want some chicken nuggets right now? I'd be like, fuck yes!
Yeah, I know.
And then I'd be so happy.
I know. I've watched you drunkenly make tortillas.
On my own stove.
On the stove and burn yourself. I know.
So that's the first part that I really, like, that's how you get a feel for, like, the type of guy that he is. A little weird that his, okay, do you think the girlfriend's being, like...
Hypocritical? Fuck yes.
Okay, I don't think hypocritical is the right word for this. It's a little weird that he used it because he was like, oh, she's being hypocritical when that's not the right word, the right term for this. Hypocritical usually means like you say that something is off. Like okay, here's an example. You say that something is off and then you go and you do what you said was off. So I say talking shit is a bad thing and then I turn around and I'm like, Len, you want to talk some shit with me?
You love talking shit.
Shut up. No one needs to know that. So,
I don't know. I just think that... I don't think he's asshole. I definitely think he's in the wrong for this.
Let me read the definition of hypocritical just so the audience knows. Behaving in a way that suggests that one has higher standards or more noble beliefs than is the case. So, like, an example would be we don't go to church and we thought that it would be hypocritical to have him christened. So, like, they're trying to...
Yeah.
Their son.
Okay, yeah. I definitely think
It was weird. Okay, what sounded weird was that he was acting like he was smarter than everybody else by asking all of her friends what hypocritical meant and then offering $50. Funny if you were a bystander, shitty if you were the posse.
The whole posse was shitting on him for not getting his girlfriend food when she said no.
I get it.
That's reasonable at that point.
I get it, but I feel like there's more to this story because he keeps coming back to hypocritical. So I feel like maybe at some point in the past, he had asked her for McDonald's or something and he got a random guy at the party. So, like, I don't like the way she was acting. I don't understand why he decided to ask everyone in the party what the definition of hypocritical was. Tell me your thoughts on this.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's the asshole in this situation. She said no. She didn't want food. He went around, asked other people, ate his stuff on the way home, and then one person was like, yeah, I like fries, and he got fries for them. That's not, I don't think that's a fucked up thing to do.
A different perspective is you always bring your girlfriend extra fries when she says, I don't want anything. Different perspective, just throwing that in there.
I mean, I guess you're right, because you do eat my fries, but, like, that's not the point. I don't think in this, like, this situation is different.
It's because, okay, this is how, okay, when you eat fast food, what you do is you just eat the hamburger, and then you eat your fries. I'm a hamburger and fries kind of girl, so I'll eat one bite and then have a fry, and then so on and so forth. So when I'm done, and you have all your fries, I'm thinking, oh, he's not hungry.
No.
So then I'm like, fries. Does this explain all of my actions now?
No, not one bit. But no, I don't think he's the asshole. Like, he might be a fucking stuck-up dude, but I don't think he's an asshole in this situation. Like, I think the girlfriend did overreact in a really stupid way.
I don't understand how this tiny incident
can make you rethink an entire relationship.
Exactly. Like, there must be some
like,
other issues.
Let's put it like in like context. Like, let's say one of your parties or something like that, you have friends over.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. I'm not drinking. So I'm
making you tortillas. You don't even need to leave the house,
just
babe.
let me. Just
okay. I'll listen.
But then let's say like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go get food. I ask you. You've been eating tortillas all night though, so you're like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
And I'm there, and I walk around, and I ask one of your friends. Let's just someone who's already been on the podcast, Bianca. Let's say Bianca. I'm there, like, hey Bianca, I'm gonna go grab some food. Do you want anything? She says, yeah, grab me fries. Yeah. I go grab food. I'm driving back. I eat my food. I bring Bianca her fries. And then you freak out on me for giving Bianca fries.
I don't feel like I'd freak out on you because it's my house, so I'd just go into the fridge and order something else. If I was at a different party's house, I'd be like, oh, that kind of sucks. Can we get McDonald's on the way home?
And I would be, yeah, you should have told me you wanted McDonald's when I left, though.
But then I rethought it, and I was like, oh, should I text him? But then I'm too drunk to text you and tell you that I forgot to order, like, a chicken nuggets or something. I'm not a big McDonald's eater.
You are a big McDonald's eater.
I'm not a big McDonald's
eater.
But,
yeah, that's just like, I'm out of water.
Okay.
But, yeah, so that's just like, I definitely think that was wrong of her to, like, blow it up as big as she did.
Yeah, it was off. I don't like that one. That one was weird. Okay. This one's a little bit of a shorter one.
No assholes yet. Interesting.
No assholes yet. Me, 25 male, and my girlfriend, 28 female, ooh, cougar, have been dating for over a year. She spends a lot of time at my house and doesn't live there. I host get-togethers a lot, and since the weather was nice, I did something outdoors. Her younger sister, who I think is about 20 or 21, I say it like this. What? Sorry, I just read ahead. Her younger sister, who I think is 20 or 21, I will say it like it is, has really big boobs. She comes to a lot of get-togethers, and no matter what the weather, she wears a low-cut tank top or crop top. At most of my get-togethers, it is usually just adults. I've never said anything to her because she's an adult, and everyone at my get-togethers are adults. This get-together, I told my siblings and some friends to bring their kids because I bought more s'mores for them to make. I told my girlfriend that I was expecting kids to show up and that if she had any ideas to make it more fun for kids, she should ask her sister. Then I remembered her sister wears revealing shirts. I asked if her sister would be coming, and she said yes. I asked if she would ask her sister if she could wear something a little bit less revealing because kids were there with their parents, and she said no. she's allowed to wear whatever she wants. I said I understood that, but I don't just want anyone to say anything bad about her. My girlfriend says I'm not allowed to decide that. Also, that I'm an asshole for blatantly saying her sister has big boobs. My girlfriend or her sister didn't show up and I feel terrible. I really didn't mean it in that way, but I guess it came out the wrong way. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. If you told me that my sister had big boobs, I wouldn't fucking care.
It's a body part.
Yeah.
It's like
it depends how you say it. If you're like, oh, she's got big boobs.
Or no, like, hey, your sister's got big boobs.
Yeah.
Like that's just like...
you say it normally, you're just like, hey, she has big boobs. Can you cover up? Okay, something that I don't like about him is that I think he is the asshole. I think she was acting like an asshole too.
Yeah, but I do think he is. It's kids.
Kids
see titties all the time.
Kids were breastfed. I'm assuming some parents walk around naked. Some parents walk around without shirts on.
Of course, you walk around naked. How do you expect you to make your kids body friendly?
Yeah, exactly. But I think it's one thing because like he is 25 and he's acting like boobs are like the worst thing in the world. You and I both know boobs are boobs. There's nothing sexual about them. People make them sexual, but they're mammary glands. Like they're supposed to feed children.
I got nipples, but they don't do shit. They're just vestigial.
I was actually talking to my dad this morning. I was like, yeah, your mom got up. I was talking about the people that I worked with yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I got up a lot with you guys, but your mom got up with you guys a lot more during the night because, you know, I don't have it. He kind of was like, I don't got tits.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that he's an asshole for asking her to cover up.
Yeah, I don't think it was, I think, I understand where he was trying to come from, but it would be different, like, it would be different if, like, her whole ass, like, vagina was out. Like, if she wore, like...
If she just wore, like, those crotchless thongs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it would be different if it was, like, she did, like, some weird shit like that. Yeah. Where, like, her whole ass, like, vagina...
Coochie was
out.
Like
a whole charcuterie board was out.
Yeah. No, I get that.
But it's just, like, a low-cut top. Who fucking
also,
cares?
It would be totally different if this guy was, like... If they were a few months in dating and he said that. But they're over a year into dating, and she got offended like that. Like, I get, she had a weird response. I get where she's coming from. He had a weird response to children being around.
Yeah.
How low are these cuts? It also, okay, this is how I just realized this. If it makes him uncomfortable, he's obviously looking in places where he shouldn't be looking.
Yeah. Because
no regular person is walking down the street and they're like, that would make my kid uncomfortable unless they're really just staring at the tits. And they're like, oh, I can see nipples.
Lucky you then. Who fucking cares? Like, who fucking... Again...
Tits are great!
Tits are great! Who doesn't love tits? Holy shit! And plus, they're also just tits.
I love how different our version of Am I the Asshole is compared to Joel's and Lauren's. Joel's and Lauren's were just sitting there like, yeah, I don't think he's the asshole. And we're just like, we love tits!
Tits are great! Who the fuck doesn't love tits? I grew up by the titties. I grew up with them bitches, bro. Like, the fuck?
Oh my god. Okay.
Throughout my entire life. My mama walks around fucking titties out all the time. You don't think I'm used to seeing that shit?
You think me calling her out by her first name, but you're calling her out for not wearing a shirt around the house.
She'll vouch for that shit.
Yeah, she owns up to her shirt.
If she were here, she'd be like,
yeah.
Titties.
No, she'd be like, I just love love.
Love love. I love love. And for people who don't understand, that is like my mom's staple saying. Yeah. She walks around in the exact same tone. She's got, I love love. And it's because she just loves love. Like, I
think it started from that conversation that Abby came out to you guys. Didn't she?
Abby came out to me first.
But then she told your mom.
Yeah, well, my mom's new, but she just loves love.
And she was like, I don't care, I just love love.
Then there's the whole,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna out her.
I don't know who you're talking about, but I'm just gonna go with it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's like that whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm still confused about it to this day. I've never gotten a straight answer out of my mom about it.
You know what?
But she loves love.
Everybody's mom has that friend.
That's very... I don't know everyone's mom.
But we just love tits here.
Yeah, we love tits here. But yeah, so like, this dude's fucking, he must have the mind of a toddler.
Okay, it just, yeah.
But even if you're a toddler, you love boobs.
I just, okay.
He's just...
It's weird that he gets uncomfortable by somebody else's tits. It'd be one thing if it was like, it wouldn't be one thing. It'd be weird if he got like uncomfortable with his girlfriend having her titties out. It'd be weird then too.
Take them titties out because I'm trying to see them. Aim to the pin to what did them and I need them.
Anyways, so we're moving on.
Yeah.
6 years ago, I got divorced from my now ex-husband, and there was no drama.
Divorce! I'm a child of divorce.
6 years ago, I got divorced from my now ex-husband. There was no drama that led to this. We just simply realized we were no longer happy or in love, so it would be a clean break, if not for the fact that we had a daughter who is now 11. Neither of us wanted to lose custody of her or miss important moments with her. She's the most important person in both of our lives, and we debated on trying to make it work just for her, but realized that it would only lead to all three of us becoming miserable, so we entered an arrangement that would often be viewed as unconventional. We sold our house. We used the money to buy 2 semi-detached houses that were joined and have doors installed between them that the construction company tried to warn us about against, as it would affect resale value, but neither of us had any intention to sell, so we had them go ahead with it. Wow, this is the longest sentence of my life.
Learn punctuation!
So we had them go ahead with it. We also had them take the fence between both of our back gardens so our daughter would have an extra large back garden to play in. This is like 8 sentences in one sentence. Neither of us may bulk at the door, but there is an arrangement. It is strictly for our daughter's use, and neither of us can use it as barring any emergency, say a fire, a medical emergency, or something wrong with our daughter. She has 2 bedrooms, 1 in each house, and every day she can pick where she wants to have breakfast, dinner, and sleep. That's kind of cute.
That is really... This is a good...
Yeah.
It could be a good arrangement, and since it was a clean breakup, they just weren't happy with each other anymore. But the kid is the most important. Like, this is a good arrangement.
Yeah.
Then. Like in this certain situation.
Okay, to be fair, we're only halfway through, so we might have to dig into this a little bit more. But my initial reaction is, like, I've had friends who broke up, and, like, her friends' parents who broke up, and they will be, like, together, like, all the time. Like, they're, like, each other's best friends still, so they'll go and, like, get their nails done, or, like, go and get lunch, or something like that. And they're on good, like, terms with each other.
Wish I knew what that was like.
Moving on.
We'll talk about mine. I'm going to be able to make so many comparisons to this shit.
I won't lie, it was awkward at first, but for her sake, we made it work, and it even regained a lot of friendship we had lost, though, of course, it was strictly platonic. Last year, my husband married his girlfriend of 3 years, a lovely woman who I'm actually friends with, and I even guested their wedding with my daughter being one of her bridesmaids. All in all, in its arrangement, everyone is content with, except for my boyfriend, who I started dating 2 years ago. He understood the arrangement entering into a relationship, and while he said it was a bit weird, he never protested, and all seemed well. Things are getting more serious, and we've been discussing moving in together, and he had made it clear that he wants me to move, as he does not want to live next door to my ex-husband. I understood that, but told him that it wouldn't be happening, as my daughter had to come first, and our arrangement to give her a stable upbringing. He got upset with me and asked me how he was supposed to be a father to my daughter when she had already had a dad, and that he was literally a wall away. I won't lie, this took me by surprise, as I had no idea he wanted to be a father to her. I told him gently but firmly that he wasn't her father, that she already had one, and that even her father's wife doesn't try to be a mother. Instead, she is called by her name. I told him that if he wants some kind of familial title, he will have to be an uncle. Ew. But I would give him permission to take her father's title when he is very much involved in her life. Oh, but I wouldn't give him permission to take her father's title. This is such a bad posting. He told me that if I loved him, I'd move in with him, and despite me telling him I do love him, he isn't listening. Am I the asshole?
No.
Am I the asshole?
No, absolutely not. He's the asshole. The person writing this, she did not do anything wrong.
Yeah, I think that she has a great arrangement going on. Props to her for being able to, like, keep that arrangement going.
And props to her for
prioritizing her child. Yeah.
So that they can have the
good relationship
with both their parents and be it in the arrangement. Oh my god, that arrangement is amazing.
Yeah.
Being able to choose where you want to go.
It works, yeah.
Oh my god, that's so nice.
The thing is that like it is kind of weird to just be like to have a stepmom and be like I would say, for instance, if like I ever got divorced and I had kids, I'd want to be like mom or mama, and they could be like mom or mama's, well, whatever my name isn't, they could be mom or mama, you know what I mean? So like if I'm mom, they could be mama, or vice versa, you know what I mean? So like there is a difference, like if you're at like a family event and you're all there and the kid's like, hey mom, I'd be mom and they'd be mama, you know what I mean? So like I would want that, and I'd want the person marrying into the family. This is the only thing that I have a discrepancy is I'd want the person marrying into the family to feel fully comfortable and feel like they're a part of the family as well. Because right now I feel like she feels as a little bit of an outsider, and I think the new boyfriend who wants to the fiance is making it, or wants to move in with her, is making it a bigger issue. He's making a small crack into a freaking canyon.
Yeah, 100%.
Because out of this issue, and I think it's like. I don't think it's I think that he's not necessarily thinking about the little girl's feelings in it. He's not thinking about this family as a whole. Because they're still a family.
Yeah, 100% they're still a family. They are. Anyways.
I can't explain why, but I absolutely hate seeing pictures of myself pregnant and ask people not to take them. A few days ago, I saw my husband has changed his lock screen to a pregnant me. When I asked him about it, he told me he had missed me and the baby while he was away, and that's why he took the picture and changed it to his lock screen. He admitted he had forgotten to change it back before he got home, and that every time he went on a business trip, he was changing it to pictures of me pregnant. I was upset and asked him to delete it. He said he would, but he was sleeping. I had a nagging feeling that he wasn't going to actually delete it, so I checked his phone. He had 100 plus pictures of me pregnant, all taken without me noticing, including the one I asked him to delete. I deleted all of them. Yesterday he noticed and was really upset over it. We had an argument, and he made a big show of changing his phone password and implied that he had pictures backed up. Am I the asshole? Yes! You're really silent. It's freaking me out.
Who's the asshole?
Yeah. Who is the asshole?
The dude.
No. I think it's the woman.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you don't, like...
You take screenshots and pictures of me all the time that I don't like, but it's your phone. It's your property. I don't ask you to delete those pictures that I don't like because I know that you screenshotted them or took them for a reason. You have them backed up on your phone for a reason. I'm not going to sit there and be like, let me go through your phone.
Going through the phone was fucked up. They're going through the phone was fucked up, but like, if it was made clear beforehand that she doesn't like the way she looks...
It's not her phone. It'd be one thing if it was her phone's background and he was like, no, keep that background because I like looking at it even though it's your phone. But it's his... How often is she looking at his phone background and being like, that's a pregnant me? Why do you think... Give me your reasoning.
Consent.
I'm sorry, I interrupted
Consent.
you.
If she doesn't like the way she looks and she doesn't want to be reminded of that,
okay,
and someone is taking pictures of her constantly,
yeah,
in a state where she doesn't want, and I'm hoping that she made it clear with him that said, hey, I don't really like the way I look pregnant. Is it okay if you don't take pictures of me because I don't want to have to be reminded of it?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that she did that.
Yeah.
Because that would make...
I'm assuming that these are like professional pictures. I'm assuming that they're professional and not just random pictures that he took of her while she was just like doing laundry or something.
That's what I'm assuming they are.
Okay. The way
the way that it's coming about,
yeah,
it's saying like, oh, they're like random pictures that he took of me.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what it's coming. I'm not saying if you don't like the way you look pregnant, you're not going to go get fucking professional photos done.
We don't know that. Oh, great. See, when I view pregnancy, like just. I think of like pregnancy as like a sacred thing.
Oh, I do too.
And so like I would want those memories even if I didn't like the way that I looked. Like I don't like the way that I look in most pictures, but I like the memory associated with it. You know what I mean?
I like the way you look in all your pictures. That's why.
Can we get back to the originals?
That's why I have a folder of it. But no, I see if it really comes down to if she made it clear with him beforehand.
Yeah.
And if he's just not respecting that, then there's an issue with him. But if she didn't and she just went off on a tangent.
But he was being so nice. And he like was only putting it as his background when he was away. Because he was like, oh, I miss you guys. It makes me happy. It'd be one thing if he was like, fuck you and your pregnant ass. Like, I hate looking at you and your pregnant ass. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be fucked up, but, like, it's still, like, if she doesn't like the way she's viewed, like...
Okay, we have a difference of opinion.
We do.
That's fine. I think she's the asshole.
I think he's the asshole.
Okay.
But there comes down to variables, like, if she made it clearer or not, but I'm just guessing that from the way it was proposed,
But, like, he fell asleep before he had a chance to, like, actually change his background.
No, that part's the asshole. That part she's talking
We're just talking about this.
Oh, just that part?
Yes.
Yeah, she's the asshole. Oh, I thought we were talking about it as a whole.
No.
I was getting way deeper into that than I needed to then.
Okay, explain why you think he's the asshole deeper.
Well, because, like, if she doesn't, like what I've been saying, if she doesn't want pictures taken of her because she doesn't like the way she looks and she's made that clear beforehand and he keeps doing it, then there's an issue with that.
Yeah, we're not talking about him taking pictures of her pregnant. Okay. We're just talking about the fact that he, like, had it as his background. Your hair looks so funny right now. You look like you're a part of a British boy band called One Direction.
I don't like that.
It was really funny. He just took off his beanie. He looks like Louis from One Direction. Like 2012 Louis.
That made me want to commit war crimes.
Okay, so my boyfriend and I have been dating for quite a while. I'm not one of those girls who goes crazy if their man looks at other women. Normally, I'm pretty chill, but lately he's been hanging out with this new girl. They work together and usually go out for dinner after work. Sorry, we just looked at each other because we know about a similar situation going on right now with one of my friends. I've heard stuff about her before, and it's already a red flag. There was talk about her getting with other girls' boyfriends and sabotaging relationships. I ignored them, hoping they were just rumors, but my friends have been texting me talking about spotting them hugging and flirting. Ew. When I found her Instagram, I see all these couple-looking posts with my boyfriend. Them going to the pool alone, feeding each other ice cream, etc. I told my boyfriend those posts made me uncomfortable and that he was talked to her about it, and she told him to break up with me. I found he's been sneaking into her house at 2 or 3 in the morning to hang out. She even blocked me from viewing her Instagram story, and according to all of my friends, she's been posting photos of them. When I talked to him about it, he acted like he understood and then secretly texted her to become friends again behind my back. I told him that it makes me uncomfortable when they hang out, and he got all mad, asking why I don't trust him. Am I the asshole here? 100%, and I think I can speak for Len here. Absolutely not.
Oh, thank fucking God we agree.
She's not the asshole.
If we didn't agree, there was going to be a huge problem.
I think both of us know that, and especially the conversations that we've had recently, not even like our own relationship, but just like reflecting on other people's relationships, we understand that if there's a third party there that you are hanging out with more or that you're confiding in more, it's emotional cheating. Yeah. And so, like, especially the couples posts, yeah. I'm not one to be like, oh, social media is obviously 100% always right. But that shit is fucking weird. It's so weird.
And the two sneaking out at like 2 a.m.
Yeah. Like, Len has a lot of friends that are girls. I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? Like, he makes me feel very secure in the relationship. So I'm not like, oh my God, Len, block this bitch. You know what I mean? But if you went out with, like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to say her name, but a girl that you know that starts with a C, and you were, like, acting like this, like, you guys are totally platonic. But if you guys, like, started acting like that, I'd be like, no fucking way. Get the fuck out.
100%. Yeah, I would.
It's an issue to me that she kept the relationship going after these situations. Yeah. And she's only asking Reddit if she's the asshole and not if she should break up with him.
She should break up with him. 100%.
Because she's like saying these things and then he's secretly like he's okay, it's weird that he was seeking out to see her. So weird, 2, 3 in the morning. That's panty dropping hour. That is panty dropping hour.
Okay, it's an interesting hour.
Okay, nothing good happens after 3 in the morning. We all know that because of Ted Mosby.
It's 2.
Nothing good happens after 2 in the morning. Everyone knows that because of Ted Mosby. Go watch How Much Mother, obviously.
Season 6, episode 14?
That was really weird that you knew that.
I think it's either that or that's the Mermaid Theory episode.
Okay. It's weird that she blocked him. It's weird that she blocked her. Like, the friend blocked the girlfriend. It's weird that
there's so many weird things about it.
She told him to break up with her.
So
like,
many weird
so
things.
weird.
So many weird things.
It'd be so much different if they were just friends. They were posting platonically. If they if he wasn't sneaking out, if he was being completely transparent, saying, hey, I'm going to go to Rebecca's house. Hey, I'm going to go to Vanessa's. I don't know fucking know her name. Kind of with a random bitch's name. You know what I mean? Like, it would be totally different if he was like, oh, I'm going to Maria's house. Yeah. But he's not. You know what I mean? Like, he's not being transparent. He's sneaking out. He's going behind her back. And it seems like they're having really, like, confidential, like... Conversations that he should be having with his girlfriend.
Yeah,
100%. It's weird. You should not be in this relationship, period. You are not the asshole, baby. You're not the asshole.
I agree 100,000%.
Okay. So, are we ready to move on?
Oh, yeah.
Len's dying over there. I'm getting married in June. My fiance is an amazing man who I love very much. His parent, on the other hand...
I feel like this is already going to crash and burn. When they start with
saying, my fiance is an amazing man who I love very much... Awful. His parents, on the other hand, are very religious nuts. They are extremely religious and traditional. His mother is currently making his life... my life hell, demanding a traditional wedding. My brother is gay, and he's married with my 3-year-old niece. So, like, he has a husband. He has a 3-year-old daughter. Who, you see where I'm going here. Yeah. I'm not homophobic. I love my brother, his husband, and my niece very much. I mean, we don't know if your niece is gay, so, like, how could you be homophobic to her?
Yeah, how could you homophobic to your niece, man? She's 3. Give her some fucking time. Goddamn.
The fact is, my husband's parents, along with being religious nuts, are extremely homophobic. And I know if my brother is there with his husband, they will say or do something that will cause a...
Don't invite your family. Problem solved.
Sense. That's not even a word. She just said sense. It's whatever. So would I be the asshole if I asked him to come with his husband?
No.
My fiance... I'm not done!
How long is this?
My fiance does not share his parents' views. He in fact thinks I am the asshole for even thinking this. Again, I'm not homophobic. I love my brother very much. I just want a perfect wedding that is not so wrong. Edit. I will tell you the edit after you give me your opinion on this.
What is what is the problem?
So she is thinking about disinviting her brother and his husband from the wedding in order to please the parents. I have so many questions.
Want to know my views?
Are the parents paying for the wedding? That's my first question. Or is your fiance's parents paying for the wedding? That'd be a totally different issue.
Yeah. But for what I would do, fuck their parents.
Okay, but like, I get it. What if they had 2 weddings?
Not just fuck their parents. If they're gonna be homophobic pieces of shit, tell them that they can fuck off.
Okay.
If my...
Okay.
Are you gonna apply it to my life?
Yeah.
Okay, do it.
Let's just say, and I'm not saying that this is the way that it is, but I'm just putting it out there.
Okay.
Your dad is very homophobic, and he doesn't want my brother, who is now gay in this situation, to be at my wedding. I would be... No. Let's say your mom is homophobic.
Fuck my mom. I don't fuck with homophobes.
Okay. I'm just gonna take this out of context, edit it out, and just send it to your mom.
No, I don't... My mom's not homophobic. But...
She just loves love.
In this world...
Stop hitting the table.
In this fairy tale world that you just made up.
Yeah.
And let's say... I'm not gonna use my mom because it just feels wrong to say my mom's homophobic because I know how untrue it is.
She's loud.
But like, if my dad was homophobic... and your now gay brother wants to come to the wedding.
Yeah.
And I know that if they meet, some shit's gonna be said, and it's gonna be. I would not want that happening at my wedding, so I wouldn't invite the person that would cause the problem.
Yeah.
My dad.
Yeah.
Again, just for context, in case my dad listens to this.
Yeah.
I know you're not homophobic.
Just issues that we're trying to put into real time. So I used your mom as an example just because, like, obviously both your parents are, like, super important to you, and I had to, like, pick a parent. I had to pick a side to this. I had to pick a side to this situation. Anyways, so I'll edit that part out for you. So I would say I get it, and I think that if they have such an issue with
gay people, that
they shouldn't attend the wedding.
Exactly.
Like, in general, it's like, okay, if you have such an issue, if you're going to be a hater, you don't have to come.
A lot of my family's gay.
She just loves love. So, the edit to this after is I disinvited my in-laws. Disinvited my in-laws is not an option. I wish it would. This doesn't even make sense. They pay for the whole wedding, everything. So that's why she can't invite the in-laws. Uninvite the in-laws.
They already paid for the wedding.
Yeah, unless they want to get bad deposits back. That's awful.
They already.
They already paid for it. What do you even do in that situation? Like, who's the asshole in that situation? Obviously,
the in-laws.
Yeah, and
they're not. The bride that wrote this is not the asshole in any way. Like, that's a tough situation.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I think it comes down to she'd have to talk with her fiance.
Yeah.
Really have a deep conversation, and if they need to, super small wedding that they could pay for.
Okay.
Because I honestly, that at least for me, I wouldn't fuck with.
Unpopular opinion.
Hit me with it.
I think this has to do with the monetary part of this issue. I think that if you're going to get married, you should have enough money on your own to pay for the wedding that you want. You should not stick the bill on your parents.
I agree.
So, like, if you want a big fucking fat Greek wedding, that's a movie. Anyways, the big fat fucking Greek wedding. No, it's just the big fat Greek wedding.
Mamma Mia 2's the wedding. That's right.
That's also in Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what I was talking about.
Is it Mamma Mia 2 or is it Mamma Mia 1?
I think all Mamma Mias are in Greece.
They're all in Greece, but which one does she get married in?
I think it's the second one.
That's okay, I was right then.
No, it's the first one. I don't know. I haven't seen the
Which one was Sharon?
I don't know. I haven't seen the movies. So I would say, like, if you want a big wedding, you have to be able to pay for it yourself. No parent should have to be, like, involved in this.
I
like,
agree.
So that you can make all the decisions on your own. Like, it's your wedding, it's your day.
Agreed.
You should, yeah. Okay, moving on. I'm 26 female, and I'm also 7 months pregnant with my first child. I had a baby shower on Saturday that ended with my mother-in-law in tears and my sisters all taking their gifts back. Ooh. That's how she started it. No other context, just that. To start, I did my nursery.
That's a good grabber.
Yeah. I did my nursery how I wanted. We didn't care girl or boy, so we did it in a travel theme since my husband and I travel a lot for fun, and that's something we want to do with our little one. Think big hand-painted world map that we could paint in as we visit states and countries. That's actually so cute. We had everything set up for the nursery. Also to note, our clothing is the same way with easy-to-clean colors and fabrics or color types of no distinct genders in case we have another baby down the line. I like this idea only because I feel like it's cheaper than buying those floofy tutus.
Hey, if my kid wants to wear a tutu, let him wear a fucking tutu.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, you start out, the kid can't, like, decide. It's literally an infant. Like, no infant's gonna look down and be like, I don't like this green, Mom. Shake it up. Give me a tutu. Now to the story. My mother is hosting the baby shower and knows we don't need anything or want anything. So our registry is literally just diapers, gift cards for formula, or if you wanted to come and donate to the college fund for kids wanting to study abroad. It's how my husband and I met. That's actually so cute. Now we were all having fun until it was time to open gifts. The first few were diapers, cards with gift cards, or a printout with the donation. Aww. Until I got to my mother-in-law and sister's gifts, who were all giggling in the corner. It's a dildo! They're all dildos! They're all sex toys! I opened the first gift, and it said, Mommy made a bombshell in bright pink, pastel pink shirt. I was very confused, and my mother and husband were pissed. It started a slew of presents of pink clothing and baby items I didn't need. All of the tags ripped off and boxes clearly damaged. They can't, like, return them. My husband basically interrogated my sisters until they tattled. One of my sisters looked at the screen at my last appointment and found out it was a girl. They thought it would be a surprise gender reveal to me. By the way, they also posted it on social media. So not their place. Yeah. They said that their niece was their family's baby, so they should have a say in what they wear. My mother was calm until my mother-in-law spoke up, and she said that she orchestrated everything. My mother did what mothers do and told her off on how selfish this was when we didn't want to know, to which my mother-in-law started crying. They didn't know the gender of the baby? Yeah. And they
They started
told
with
her?
that, yeah. That's fucked up.
To which my mother-in-law started crying.
Fuck your mother-in-law.
My husband kicked my mother-in-law out faster than you can imagine, and my sisters left with all their gifts. My mother-in-law's friends were all commenting on the video saying I overreacted and it was just a fun trick, and how I shouldn't be so picky on my registry, or just let them know the gender since I'm pregnant. My emotions can't be trusted. And want to know, am I the asshole? To edit to clarify, the OBGYN is a small family practice. Their policy is only one person with the mom, doesn't matter who. And another Redditor put in a question, if she looked, how does she know if it takes a professional? That's a God's point now. I hope it's a boy. However, I wouldn't be mad if it's a girl to make them upset. LOL. Okay, I don't know what the last part meant.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that last part.
Anyways, so...
Nope.
You are not the she's not the asshole.
100% no.
Okay,
Fuck
I didn't...
everybody else.
Dude, what the fuck?
Fuck
I didn't even know
else.
that they didn't know the gender for one. I thought they were just keeping it a secret because they didn't want everybody to buy them gendered clothing.
It seems like they just didn't want to know. Like, they wanted to be surprised.
Okay, everybody else is the asshole here except for the husband and the mom.
Oh, 100%. And no, everyone else except for the mom and her sisters.
No. It was...
No, the mother-in-law and her sisters.
Are the assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They...
Yeah.
all fucking suck. Holy shit.
No, okay, so freshman year of college, one of my professors was pregnant, and I was like, oh, are you having a boy or a girl? And the professor was like, oh, well, I don't want to know because this is the last big surprise you get in your life.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, fair. And I never thought of it that way. So, like, the fact that they don't want to know and they don't care, great. Awesome. Do the damn thing. Do your own thing. It's your child. The fact that they even said it's our family's baby. No. Have your own children.
It is your baby. It's not a family thing. You don't just get pass that bitch off like, oh, I'm done carrying it for the 3 months. Do you want to carry it for the next month so I can have some time? No, it's not fucking work.
Did you conceive it? No. Did you have to deal with all the morning sickness? No. Did you have to pay for everything? No. Did you have to pay for the college fund? No.
Fuck everybody.
That's just so
sucked.
clearly
Yeah,
not the asshole there.
Oh my god. I feel so bad.
Okay, we have one more.
How are we doing on time?
We're doing fine.
Oh, really?
Wife and I have been married for 1.5 years. Before we got married, she did express how she's a germaphobe, but nothing out of the ordinary. The wife and I have something in common. Fast forward to us being married in the middle of the pandemic, I noticed her being more and more anxious and stressed about cleanliness. Like so. The apartment must be professionally carbon cleaned prior to us moving in, and then professionally cleaned again once the furniture is in. Okay, I'm not this much of a germaphobe.
Yeah, you're not that much.
All groceries must be Lysol wiped before they are put away. Okay, during the pandemic, a lot of people were doing that.
That's fair, especially during, like, the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, no clothes that are contaminated from the outside world directly or indirectly can ever touch the bed. No outside clothes on the bed.
That's literally one of her sayings. I have to change into sweats before I can
get into
your bed.
The living room sofas are dirty because guests sit on them. I can't sit on them without showering and changing if I want to get into bed. Okay, that's weird. Dining table chairs are also dirty because guests sit on them. I can't sit on them without showering or changing if I want to go to bed. Also weird. Any contact with the walls of the apartment means my clothes, body is dirty. I must change and shower before getting into bed. If I go into the garage to get something from my car, my clothes are dirty and I must shower or change. I must Lysol wipe the entire interior of the car where we sit and the seatbelts before we go anywhere, or else we will need to change, shower when returning. If I walk past the bed wearing clothes that were contaminated by the reason stated above, the comforter must be thrown into the washer to do the laundry. I must open the washer and dryer, then wash my hands, then put the clothes in the dryer, then close both and wash my hands again. Okay, I'm going to finish this and give you my perspective. I have urged her many times that this is not normal and that she needs to see a mental health professional. She claims that everything she does is normal and that everyone else is simply dirty. We had a baby 2 months ago. Oh, God. And she's also passing on these tendencies to her in the guise that she's protecting her from germs. Last weekend, we drove 4 hours to her parents' house, which involved making a stop to feed and change her. During the stop, she's freaking out about the bottle being placed in a germy area. It wasn't. I just put it on the dashboard to add the formula. Or needing more Lysol. as being yelled at and screamed at for being germy. So being fed up, I wanted to give an ultimatum. She was wanting to go to an international vacation, which involves a 12-hour plane ride. I told her that if she can't handle her germophobic anxiety with our daughter on a 4-hour car ride, there's no way she'll be able to handle a 12-hour flight after going through a germy airport and having to go on multiple germy Uber rides and taxis where they don't Lysol wipe their seats. So I said that until you seek help for your germophobia by seeing a psychiatrist, there was no vacation because I wanted to enjoy it anyways, and she's throwing a tantrum about germs the entire time. She responds by telling me I'm depriving her of happiness, and tried offering her back her wedding ring, accusing me of being cheap. Okay.
She's in the wrong. Fuck this.
Lot to unpack. I wouldn't say she's an asshole.
I wouldn't say she's an asshole. I think she needs a lot of help, but I don't think that the ultimatum that he gave was wrong.
I don't think that her giving back her wedding ring and calling him cheap is also good.
No, 100% that's not good.
That's
but
awful.
The ultimatum that he gave is completely logical. Like, that's not from a cheapness standpoint.
It's not even an ultimatum. It's literally just, hey, I don't think we should do this if you're going to be freaking out the entire time.
Yeah.
It's like, why go on vacation if you're just going to stress? Like, it's a vacation. Like, you should be chilling.
Like, I go to Mexico.
Yeah.
Like, when I go to Mexico, you want to know the airport situation? Not very nice at all. Not good.
Airports in general are disgusting.
But
Uber's disgusting.
We don't Uber in Mexico. We got Rodrigo. But yeah, absolutely not. Yeah, I think she is the asshole in the sense of what he's getting at.
Yeah.
But I think she just needs some professional help.
I don't know how the hell she's gotten through having a child for several months because children are disgusting.
Maybe she justified it by it didn't leave the house.
That's fair. It is the middle of a pandemic. Okay, so I understand some of the things that she's getting at, but I'm not that germophobic. I would say, like, I keep most of my germophobia to myself, and if something happens, I'll, like, let you know really about
that germophobic. Like,
it's more just I like things clean.
Yeah, you like clean things. You're not afraid of germs. You like stuff being clean. There's a big difference between germophobia and liking keeping your house and room clean. Like, there's a huge difference between the two.
Yeah, but I would say that there's, like, anyway, I don't need to explain this, but...
you don't need to explain yourself.
No, but I would say that, like, it's strange. I do think that she needs some help. I think it's a little, like, it's not germophobic. I think it's just, like, OCD, maybe.
I think it's germophobia and OCD in tandem.
Is germophobia, like, an actual, like, mental illness? I don't know. I can't speak. That sounds like a really stupid question.
I think it's a fear. So it's like...
it's a fear, but it can be
any rational fear. Like, it's any rational fear.
It just took me to a site. Never mind.
It's like what's another one?
It's called misophobia. That's the actual technical term for it. And it doesn't explain if you can, like, get it treated.
I think it's just like a general fear.
Or obsessive.
It's like claustrophobia.
Okay, so it says germophobes are obsessed with sanitation and feel compelled to clean excessively, but they're actually suffering from obsessive compulsive disorder. So it is a form of OCD.
OCD, okay. I feel like it could be intense. It's like...
And, like, I understand it. You're in the middle of a pandemic, but the way that she went about... Like, how do you even take the time to explain, this is when you're dirty and this is when you're clean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's just weird.
And what does she do to her laundry to make it so sanitary? Like, does she put, like, sanitizer in? Because, like, you have your laundry detergent and then you have your laundry sanitizer. Does she put both in and then, like, extra, like, beads or whatever that make it smell good? Okay.
I don't know this woman.
To answer your question, I don't think you're the asshole, and I don't think she's the asshole. I think no one is the asshole.
I think she just needs a lot of... I think she needs some help.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement. Okay, well, now that we're an hour and 15 minutes into this...
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, bro. I think we did a good job. I obviously think we did a better job than Lauren and Joel, obviously.
Oh, 100%.
Obviously.
We're better than Lauren and Joel.
Joel, anyways.
We're better than you.
I hope he edits this. I hope I'm not gonna edit this. Anyways, I hope everyone has a great week. Len, would you like to say anything? I don't even think I actually introduced you. I just said Len. I didn't say, like... No, I think I said just my boyfriend. I didn't say
you
Len.
said my boyfriend.
Dude, I could have had a totally separate boyfriend on here and you never would have known. I mean, you would have known.
I listened to your podcast.
Nobody in the audience would have known.
Oh, yeah. That's true. fuck shit up, bro. Have a great day.
Okay, solid. Okay, everyone, have a great week. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Joel will be back in the studio, and by studio, I mean kitchen next week. Hopefully. Use protection. Bro, get a fucking condom. Go to your local Planned Parenthood. Everything's expensive right now. Go to your local Planned Parenthood or community health
Gas
center.
is $5.
I know, bro. I know. Okay, everyone. Have a great week.
Bye-bye.
Stay safe.